Nikola Jokic just completed one of the best seasons we have ever seen in the history of the NBA by a center, winning his first NBA title, having an all-time great regular season, all-time great playoffs. He is the favorite to win MVP this upcoming season as a result of it. And honestly, I agree. I truly believe that Jokic is in for an all-time great season. One that will be talked about among the best we have ever seen, and one that's remembered forever, which is what I will be talking about in this video. But quickly, before we go any further, if you're new and like basketball, I would really appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and hit notification bell. I'm notified whenever I release a video. I make videos about basketball all the time, and liking and subscribing are the two best ways can help me out in the YouTube algorithm and help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video so YouTube will recommend it to others. Also, Herzog Hoops Podcast Episode 2 with Desmond Novak is out now. Talked about the James Harden drama, some NBA award predictions, QB2 list, and more. I'll link that episode, the podcast channel, Apple and Spotify links if you prefer audio only, and Desmond's channel in the description below and pinned comment. Anyways, let's talk about Nikola Jokic. The first reason I believe that Jokic is going to have an all-time great season is historical precedent. There's a history of guys taking it to another level the year after they win their first NBA title. Michael Jordan won the MVP the year after he won his first NBA title, and the Bulls won a then franchise record 67 games, which at the time was the fourth most wins in a single season in NBA history. LeBron James had, in my opinion, the best individual season ever, the season after he won his first title, leading the Heat to a franchise record 66 wins, and had an underrated all-time great finals series over his last few games of that Spurs series in 2013. Stephen Curry had arguably the best offensive season ever the year after he won his first title, winning the scoring title, setting the single-season three-point record, leading the Warriors to an NBA record that still stands today, 73 wins, and becoming the first unanimous MVP in NBA history. Giannis had his best scoring season at the time after he won his first title, and I believe he should have won MVP and probably would have had he played a full season that year. There's just a confidence that players carry themselves with when they prove they can win it all, and I think that's going to happen with Jokic. The second reason is that he has made all-time great play a standard for himself. He's already had all-time great seasons. The 3-year stretch he's been on is truly insane. Over the last 3 seasons, he's averaging 26 points per game, 12.2 rebounds per game, 8.7 assists per game, on 59.1, 36.5, 83.2 splits, 31.9 PER, and a 66.8 true shooting percentage. He's led the league in PER, offensive win shares per 48, offensive box score plus minus, and value over replacement player for 3 straight seasons now. His 32.8 PER in 2022 is the best all-time for a single season. In this past season, he was absolutely absurd. 24.5 points per game, 11.8 rebounds per game, 9.8 assists per game on 63.2, 38.3, 82.2 splits, 70.1 true shooting percentage. He is the only player in NBA history to average at least 24 points per game on a 70 true shooting percentage. In fact, if you drop the qualifier down to 20 points per game, he still is the only player in NBA history to do it over a full season. That's how absurd his scoring production was. There are only 2 players in NBA history to average at least 24 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, and 9 assists per game in a single season: Oscar Robertson and Nikola Jokic. He's one of 3 players in NBA history to average at least 26 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and 8 assists per game, which he did in 2021. Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook are the other two. Jokic is the only player in NBA history to average at least 27 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, 7 assists per game in a single season, which he did in 2022 when he won his second MVP. Funny enough, Jokic has never accomplished his 3-year stat line in a single season. He's never averaged at least 26 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, and 8 assists per game in a single season, which is what his averages are over the past 3 seasons. The point is that he's been all-time great over these past 3 seasons. It's been a stretch that's among the best we have ever seen. And he's just entering his peak, and it's already one of the best peaks we've ever seen. The third reason why I believe he's going to easily win MVP and have this all-time great season is I think the Nuggets are easily the best team in the NBA. Teams like the Suns, the Lakers, and Warriors have made moves that should give them a better chance against Denver, but I don't see them overtaking Denver at all. Teams like OKC and Memphis are on the rise, and while I think they have a chance to challenge for the throne in the West in a few years, they still are young and are a few years away in the case of OKC. And with Memphis, they have the Ja Morant suspension going on this season. That probably is going to hurt their record, and they still have to fill out the roster around Ja, Jaren, and Bane to compete long term, but those two teams are ones I look at and say they could challenge Denver for the title of best team in the West in a few years. Dallas has the superstar to match Jokic and Luka Doncic, and I do think retaining Kyrie was a win for them. I like the young pieces they have, like Josh Green, Jaden Hardy, Omax, and Derek Lively, but they're a few years away from Hardy and Lively being the key pieces I think they will be. And I do think if they built around Luka properly from the start, they would be in position to really challenge the Nuggets, but I don't really think they can challenge the Nuggets right now. And the other teams in the West are in weird spots or are rebuilding. In the East, Boston's really good. I think they are easily the biggest threat to the Nuggets right now. But even then, I'm not sure they could beat Denver. Milwaukee is always going to be good with Giannis, but that's an older squad with question marks beyond this season. Miami will always be competitive, but we saw what happened in the finals, and unless they trade for Damian Lillard, they haven't fixed the problem that caused them to lose in the finals. The Philadelphia 76ers are an absolute mess that probably deserves its own video. The Knicks are a good team, but they have an All-NBA player that has yet to prove he can perform well in the playoffs, and every other team in the East is either not competing with Denver, even if they are a playoff team, or they are rebuilding. The Nuggets are the best team in the league. They have the top 2 all-time great superstar. They have the perfect co-star next to him in Jamal Murray. They have great specialists and role players around them like Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP is still there. I know they lost Bruce Brown, but Christian Brown can step up. He was really good in the finals for them, and he's super young and has proven he can contribute on a finals team as a rookie, which is incredible. They're well coached, they have great chemistry, they are very fundamentally sound, they even are developing young talent. I really like the potential of Peyton Watson for them and a few guys they drafted this year. I just don't see a world where they aren't the best team in the league. At the very least, best team in the West, but I would say best team in the league. The only way I see it is Jokic or Murray gets hurt. And I do think they will have the best record in the league if both of them are healthy, and there's no reason to believe they won't be healthy. Boston's really the only team I think has a realistic shot of overtaking them for best record in the league, and even then, I don't think they're a better team than the Nuggets. It's no guarantee that this happens, only time will tell, obviously. We have to see the games played out, and that's what makes sports and why people watch them. But I think Jokic is about to have one of the best seasons we have ever seen. My projections for Jokic this upcoming season are 27.1 points per game, 12.9 rebounds per game, 10.1 assists per game on 62.8, 35.4, 84.5 splits with a 77.8 true shooting percentage, and the Nuggets winning 60 games as the best team in the league. I think he's going to be that insane this season. I know this is an absurd season. It would be one of the best seasons of all time, and arguably the greatest offensive season by a center ever. In fact, I'll go as far to say it would be the greatest offensive season by a center ever. Again, it's no guarantee that Jokic does this, obviously, and I won't be disappointed if he doesn't, because he still will be incredible. But based off the history of players taking their game to that next level the year after they win that first title, based off the fact that Jokic is a great player that has already put up numbers that feel impossible, based off the fact the Nuggets project to be the best team in the league pretty easily in my opinion, barring health, I don't think a season like this is out of the cards for him. He could be this good. He proved he was worth more than that 41st pick in the draft, although he would have been a lottery pick had he declared for the 2015 draft instead of 2014, but that's another story for another time. He proved he was more than just a fun little gimmick with cool highlights. And he proved that he was a legit star. He proved he was more than just an all-star. He was a superstar MVP caliber player. He proved he was more than just a great player for his generation. More than just a great passer for a big man. He proved he is one of the best players in NBA history. The clear-cut best big man in basketball right now. Easily one of the 10 best centers ever, and probably higher than that, and maybe even the best playmaker we have ever seen. He's proven all of that. Because of that, I don't see why he can't prove he could have one of the best seasons this sport has ever seen. He already has a few that are in contention under his belt. But that's the end of this video. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. Again, haven't already, like, subscribe, hit notification bell, be notified whenever I release a video. I make videos about basketball all the time, and liking and subscribing are the two best ways can help me out in the YouTube algorithm and help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video so YouTube will recommend it to others. Again, check out Herzog Hoops Podcast episode 2. We talked about Harden. We did some fun NBA award predictions. We even did a QB2, so if you like football, you can check that out. But let me know what you think about Nikola Jokic. How good do you think he's going to be this season? Do you think he'll win MVP? Do you think the Nuggets are going to repeat? Do you think they're going to be the best team in the league? Leave it all down in the comment section below. But with that being said, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.